Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. We are back again with a new video. In this video we are going to see what are args and kwargs. So, if you have been learning Python and you have came across something like args and kwargs in a function and thought what does it even mean? So you are not alone. In today's video we are going to break it all down in a simple and fun way. So you'll learn that args and kwargs are how they work, when to use them, and we'll walk through some real life examples. So let's start the video. So firstly we'll see what are args. So the star symbol before the word args means accept any number of positional arguments and pack them into a tuple. So we'll see this with a very simple example. So let's run this program and check what is its output. So hence it successfully runs the function as hello and the name which we have assigned in the greet. So what's happening here is the function greet accepts any number of argument because of args. So inside the function args is a tuple like Ash and Bob. So we use a for loop to go through each name and print it. So now let's check its type, that what type it's returned. So this returns that type of args is class tuple. So the args will always return the class tuple. So it is great when you don't know how many inputs your user will give. So let's see one more basic example, a calculator function. So this is a program of simple calculator function. Let's check this and check what it returns and what it gives the output. So as we can see, it returns the output 30. So instead of defining each number as a separate parameter, we use star numbers to make it flexible. So now let's move. What is kwargs? So basically kwargs stands for keyword arguments and it collects extra named argument into dictionary. So as argument returns in tuple, so this will return in dictionary. So we'll start with very basic and simple example. So this is a very basic example of kwargs argument. So let's check this and see what it gives the output. So this very basically prints the name, age and the job role of the person. So kwargs packs named argument into dictionary, and inside the function kwargs name, age and job we use dot items to loop through the key value pairs. So now we'll inspect its type and let's check what it returns as its type. So this is a basic program to check its type, and we'll see what it gives as output. So as it returned that type of kwargs is class dictionary. So as if you remember that in args it returned as tuple and here it is returning as dictionary. So now let's see a very basic example using keyword argument. So this is a very basic example with kwargs argument, and let's check what it returns and what the output it gives. So as we can see, it gives the name and price and brand of the product information. So this was a basic example using keyword argument, and now we'll see one example by using argument and keyword argument together. So we'll see function combining all types of parameters. So we can use args and kwargs together in the same function, but remember the order. So what should be the order is So this is the basic order that how kwargs and args together should be used in a single function. So def, function and position, then argument and then the keyword argument. So this is the basic order, and now we'll see a basic example by using both the keywords together. So in this program, args collected the extra numbers and kwargs collected the name values. So let's check this, what is the output of this code. So as this is the output of this code, that a is equals to 1, b is 2 and arguments is 3, 4, 5 and keyword argument is x 10 and y 20. So not only we can pack arguments, but we can also unpack them using star and 2 stars. So argument collects positional arguments into tuple and keyword argument collects keyword arguments into a dictionary. So use them when your function needs to be flexible or dynamic. You can unpack list and dictionaries and stars when calling functions. And remember one thing, that order matters the most, which is positional, arguments and keyword arguments. So thanks for watching today's video.